everybody, and welcome to Xavia Fox Talks No Holds Barred Relationship Talk. And today we have a special treat for you. We have a special guest joining us, Mr. Lotario Jointer, the author of Lotario's Love Notes.
You know, I mean, you go back 1950, 60, 70, people were together, the husband and wife. You know, you had a few that weren't, but 9 times out of 10 they were together, married. Now, today, you got kids having kids.
Oh, most definitely.
Kids having kids.
Exactly, yeah.
And where is that going? What's going to happen? So, a lot of what I think that a lot of people should go get this book. And are you going to let us know where it's
Sure.
Where it's at?
You can go and purchase this book at www.lotariojointer.com. That's lotariojointer.com.
Right. You're on Facebook too, right?
And I'm on Facebook.
So you got all
exactly.
that. Because you know, a lot of people, I'm sure, don't read your book. And
sure.
It seems from what we've talked, you got a lot of people following you already.
Got quite a few people following me. Had the book signing party over at Norman's Bistro on the 43rd. So I've had some pretty good turnouts, and it's been received very well. So I'm looking.
I was supposed to come to one of your book signings. How do you know if you healed from your past relationship? What are the signs that you're healed? How do you know?
Before you answer that, I'm going to say, I'm not going to say never, because never is a long time. I think we are always healing from the last relationship. And a lot of that I say is because you never forget that person.
Right.
You remember the good times that you had with that person. And you remember the bad times. So now if you get into another relationship, because we don't know if we're going to just jump into another, and we don't know, just because we jump into another relationship does not mean that it's not going to work. Because none of us want to be alone. I hope you can agree with me on that. We don't. You hear a lot of women saying that they don't want to wake up in the bed alone. Well, I'm not mistaken. We the same way.
Yeah.
We want to wake up too with someone. So as a healing, I think, because I got women, you know, just like my ex-wife. I'm still healing from that. You know, why it didn't work out, what happened, certain things that we could have, what could we have done to make it better. This last relationship, what I could have done to make it better, or did, or said. So I think we always going to heal. That's just my opinion. We're always healing.
I totally agree with you 150% that there's no way of totally healing, if you will, because that person and the experiences that you guys have created together is now part of you, and you are a part of them. And that's why the whole consummation that takes place with, you know, two people being very intimate with each other, you know, they call them soul ties. You know, you're constantly, forever, you know, we make a decision to become intimate with each other. You're forever connected with me. I'm forever connected with you. And we really never totally heal from those relationships. We just continue to exist. However, once you're at a point where you're no longer mentioning this person's name or possibly wishing ill to them, or, you know, or you're able to have an open conversation with them, and you're able to be in the same room with them, then you have, to me, you have totally healed. And when you're able to see them and you guys are able to pass each other and you have nothing but kind words to say about them, in spite of some of the experiences they've given to you, then you've healed. And to some degree.
To also put something else to that, you know, we all, you know, we don't want to not be friends with the ones that we have broken with, because there's always a connection. You connected with that person,
Exactly.
even if you didn't have a kid with that child, that person. You still connected somewhat with that person. So you don't. I think you never lose that connection. You know, because I still see some of the women that I've dealt with. You know, I see them and it's nothing bad. Hopefully, they don't have nothing bad to say about me. You know, but those recent ones, those are the ones that you're trying to heal from, and especially if you have a child by that person. See, because then you're seeing this person and you're saying, okay, I gotta go over here and I gotta do this and I gotta do that.
You're forever connected to them because you're gonna see them.
Changes.
If you don't see them with them, you see them in your child.
And your child.
So you're forever gonna see. You're forever gonna be connected. So,
so
that's
the
what
healing process. You know, hopefully somewhere along the line you're able to talk. Like with my ex-wife, we talk. We go eat. We do all those things together with our kids and stuff. You know, birthdays. I call on birthdays, Valentine's Days. You know, whatever. You know, we still connect like that. You know, but other women or men, can you do that? It's if you want to.
I think that you can heal because I look back on, and I'm a relationship person. So a lot of I've been in relationships most of my life, and most of them, I think my shortest relationship was 2 years. But my average relationship was about 5 years. And I look back on some of my relationships and, you know, I believe that they served a purpose. You know, I learned whatever I was supposed to learn from their relationship, but I moved on. And when I think back on those people, and they're all my friends. I'm friends with all my exes except the 3 that stalked me.
Yeah, put that. You gotta get stalked.
Oh no, I got a big old man. So I ain't worried about nobody stalking me down.
Nothing to do with stalking. They can stand outside.
Ain't nobody trying to
in the house.
stalk
I can look like this.
When they see him, they be like, you know what? I don't think I want to do that. But yeah, I'm friends with all of my exes, and when I see them, I don't have any emotional. I mean, I have love for them, but I'm not still in love with them. Right, I have no ill will. They're friends, strictly friends. You know, they all have women. I'm friends with their women. You know, I'm not sneaking behind, you know, their woman's back because I have this connection, even with my oldest daughter's father, you know, and we have that, well, ooh, I was about to tell her my oldest daughter is on film. I ain't gonna do that.
You can edit.
People be in this, you know. Nope. So anyway, but I do think that you can heal from, because I feel like, you know, those relationships, they were what they were, and I learned what I learned, and I don't have any feelings.
The only reason I say that I don't think that you can totally 100% heal in correlation or in comparison with a relationship to a scab or, you know, on a person's body is because if you think about the bad times, haven't you in some way or another kind of pull some of the scab back to something that was supposed to? Because you remembered, and that's why I say you can't totally.
It doesn't reopen the wound.
I think it.
Because I can think back to some stuff. Okay, my second boyfriend in life. Yeah, he's on my Facebook page. He's, you know, always saying something. He chimes in all the time, and that was probably the relationship that I grew up in the most.
Right.
Because my first one started at 15 and a half and went until I was like 20.
Wow.
And then the second one started at 20. They kind of overlapped because I was trying to get rid of the first one, which is my oldest daughter's father. And I was starting the second one, but he didn't want to let go. So we kind of overlapped. So that was from like 20 to 24 and a half, my second boyfriend. Well, I went through some stuff with him because we were both at an age, you know, your 20s. You still figuring out who you are.
That's right.
You know, there was some brief moments of abuse. You know, he hit me once, and I was like, "The hell!" So I had to whoop his butt.
You mean he hit you and couldn't protect himself?
Well, the first time he hit me, it shocked me, and I actually didn't do anything. So that led him to believe that it was okay to do it again. And then after that one, he just said, now he always jokes about my left hook. So he didn't do it no more after that. But I mean, there was just things, we finally broke up because he couldn't stay out of Magic City. We moved to Atlanta together.
Wow.
We moved to a whole nother state together.
It's tough.
So I mean, there was just things that made me grow up. But when I look back at him, I've known him since I was 20. He's a good friend of mine. We laugh about that stuff now. It doesn't open a wound. I'm not bitter about none of that. I could talk about the abuse part, and it's like, okay, now I know the signs of, when a man got a temper, I'm going to watch you. I mean, because some people can have a temper and they just don't storm out the house.
Right.
Some people can have a temper and they're going to storm towards you. So when I see that this man is becoming aggressive with me, then I know, okay, can I whoop him? And since I like big men, that answer is probably no. So if he's aggressive that way, he comes toward me, I know I need to leave him alone. Because I know from experience that if he hits you the first time and you let it go, then that tells him it's okay to do it again. So I learned a lot of stuff. And it doesn't open the wound. Even though we went through all of the dynamics.
You're one in few.
What?
That to be that way, because there's a lot of women out there that are still hurting about something that another man has done to them. For instance, a man that has taken a woman for her money. You understand what I'm saying? You got this person that's do anything for you, and then she gives